There you go. Yes, welcome. We are now April 28th. I'm still here in the office. It's past 9. It's actually almost 10 o'clock already. It's 9:40. Uh, what are my thoughts? Like the free-flowing thoughts today. In life, you always have to make decisions. Uh, Especially when you are in a business, whether it's calculated risk, whether you're trying to be conservative, there are still challenges. There, it's not going to be like the perfect solution, which means you don't really figure things out 100 miles ahead on your business. You can only go as far as 1 to 3 years, but everything will not be under your control. That's why when I started the business, this is the 6th year. We are in the point. There are two things that I'm considering. This morning, we had the meeting. I had two major meetings. The first one is whether to continue, of course, with the commercial loan. We're trying to do commercial loan to purchase this building. Where you guys, what are you looking at right now? Is it's a 4,000 square feet building that I would like to purchase because I feel like I'm going to be here for longer, and that's whether should I purchase this building or should I just continue leasing. That's the first question. The second one is whether I hire a chief revenue officer. They call it the CRO, because running a business, having two offices, and you are working in the business and also on the business, it's so hard if you're trying to make you're always the decision maker for every department. I have 10, almost 15 people in my team. Then everybody are handling different departments, but I feel like we are not experienced enough in terms of the corporate environment. All of us started as tax professional, as payroll bookkeeper here, but I think management team we need to have more like well experience that has more than 15 years in the business. So whether to hire a chief revenue officer outside or to promote someone and offer the position as a chief operating officer slash chief revenue officer, they call it's everyone call it differently. Those are the two crossroads that I have, because let's uh deal one by one. How about on your case? What do you think, what advice you can give to me if have you are in this situation, or maybe you already overcome the situation, and you're welcome to put your comments below. Let me know how would you see things and what are the things that you're going to consider. um, so the first thing is hiring a chief operating officer. Well, he called himself chief revenue officer, which makes sense because at the end you want to make revenue, but more than the revenue would be the profit. The I got it online, and he has a well-established company, more than 15 years of experience, having an outsourced accounting also, more than 5 years that he's running the business. He's way, I believe this is a smarter person, and that's what the secret of the business is. You need to find somebody that's smarter than you and take the business into the next level to scale up rather than doing a trial and evaluation approach. He has maybe a proven and tested formula that could work for my company that we would like to go to scale up the business more on virtual services, because according to him that virtual services is way different from a brick and mortar business model. Before, why are we trying to do like a virtual services for accounting? Number one, it's because of the COVID situation, the pandemic. We cannot just rely on clients coming in, walking in, even though we started to eliminate the cases of COVID here in Texas. It is my ultimate goal still is I want to go, I want to build a global business that does not rely on just two locations. I'd like it to be global, and for us to be global, we need to develop a virtual infrastructure system that would also promote employment to Philippines, because more than anything, this is the time that I feel like I want to contribute something. But the revenue model, the training needed for the people will also be different compared than a brick and mortar accounting office. It's totally different. According to him, the software that you're going to use, the soft skills that the team needs, uh, of course, all of these changes or transitions are to increase the production and to be more efficient, but most of all to stay safe, minimizing physical contact or uh, the too much exposure to other people. We'll never know. We still protect the health of everyone. It's just a crossroad, but all of this requires certain amount of money, contingency fund, and that is where my next question is whether right to get a commercial loan because I'm planning to purchase the building. Mm, then after I had a meeting with the with the potential candidate for to help me to run my business is also thinking about to loan money. One thing that of course every now and then you will encounter with financial difficulty situation, the what we're thinking is the capacity of my company to pay off the loan, because I said I've always been wanting to have a real estate, a commercial real estate, because I already have a proven historical record, although it is not the most appealing financial status, because whenever you apply for a loan, they're always looking the debt equity ratio, and that is something that we went over today with my team, with the accounting department, how to uh, get that, if we will be able to qualify. I already have a good feeling about the the person that I would like to process my loan. One thing I've learned about the business when I attended the Austin business workshop is you need to have a very experienced lender, and I feel like he's the right person who's going to help me to purchase the building and to leverage other people's money. It could be the bank, it could be an investor. There are just other sources of funding aside from my own income of the company, because the income of the company right now would just be sufficient or just a little enough to run the business. It's more like on operational cost. COVID really hit us really bad. That's why, although I'm always looking forward to get this building. But of course, one thing that we look is the our debt equity, the debt equity ratio. This is what the lender always looked at. For those of you in the business who don't know what debt equity means, debt equity ratio means this is the ratio of your debt versus your equity, and it is being computed like this. So the short-term debt plus your long-term debt and other fixed payments. All of those, the short term could be less than 12 months what you're paying. Less than 12 months, it could be sales tax, payroll taxes, plus your long-term debt if you have any EI disaster loan, if you have any commercial or furniture loans, they are all together, plus the other fixed payments that you had. It could be your credit card payment, your sales tax payments. Those are all combined together. Add that and divide it to your equity. If it's the ideal, it should be less than 2. You should come out with less than 2. Then you are on maybe a good side to get the commercial loan. That is just one of the lenders what they're looking at. But if you're the result when you divide your debt versus your equity, when you divide it, if it's more than 2% or 2, the number 2, it is not an ideal, it is not healthy, which means you might not be capable of paying off the loan, and that could be a bad debt. That's why yeah, I mean, there's so many things that even though I'm in the accounting, it is I need more accountant experience that I'm very thankful that my two accountants are really good and they're helping me to figure things out and to look on the different angle of purchasing the building, because remember, commercial loan is a long term, it's a long term liability, right? It is not something that you can get away with when you started to feel like you cannot pay the loan. Because the reason why I would like to get the commercial loan, the commercial, yeah, loan, this building, is because I've been here for 2 years and I see there's so many potentials and growth in the area. I am just a visionary that this would be the landmark of finance service here in the valley. It's also with the project, I'm also looking or leaning towards the future project of Elon Musk, because he's planning to develop this as a space city. What do you think am I missing, right? Uh, we have the SpaceX, it's only 30 minutes away from here. Then there are other businesses around the area that is starting to come out, because I feel like proximity is power. Like there are more businesses to come and people will live in the city when there are big development or big projects like SpaceX and Elon Musk influence could drive more businesses. When there are businesses, there are accounting needs. That's why I said, I want, the purpose of me buying this is more like 10 years in the in the making. Like that's my vision, that this will be a gathering where we 100% or more increase on our revenue because of those projects that are happening, the opportunities that will come our way. Am I comfortable about it? No, I'm not comfortable about this. I never really had a commercial loan. uh but is this calculated? I think I'm still in the safe side, I guess. But let's see what with the lender would um tell. I just have high hope and dreams and vision, and I'm moving forward on this project. I mean, on this big decision. Yes, so those are the crossroads. It's always a decision every single day. You will have something new to you that you never really did. But what my high school, when I was high school, on my high school, I always have this motto on the back of my head: if I want something I've never had, I have to do something that I have never done. And that's why I'm sharing this, because few months from now I'm gonna look back. Maybe some of you can relate to me at this point, or maybe most of you already passed to this point. That's why I would appreciate any comment. Let's keep the comment going. What do you think about the the decision, about the business decision that I should take from this point forward? What are your experiences? I would truly appreciate that. Then there you go. That is my free flowing thoughts live for today. Let's see after 1 year, because at the end I'm gonna look back to this after 1 year where I'm at. Again, there you go. I've been talking for more than 10 minutes. It's time to go. Almost 10. I haven't had lunch or dinner. Then this. All right. So because let's keep achieving our dreams. Never stop aiming and doing the things that you love. Like Jack Ma once said, when you follow your dream, money will follow. And that will give you the freedom, the time, and financial freedom that you need. Thank you for watching.